Dance. This.
11 wrestlers who enhance their body with medical procedures. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Number 11, Carmella. A former WWE star, Carmella, was often accused of having plastic surgery, but in a WWE YouTube video, she confirmed that she's never had anything done on her face. But with that being said, Carmella did reveal that she had breast implants, and she even called out fans for saying her face is fake. Well, that's true. I've had breast implants, but my favorite part is that people think I've had plastic surgery on my face, which is completely false. I've had lip fillers, which is not a secret. So all the people out there that think my face is fake, I appreciate the compliment because there's nothing fake. I just learned how to contour and do good makeup. I've never had plastic surgery on my face. Our fans were quite surprised to see these kinds of topics discussed in an official WWE video. Due to WWE's PG guidelines, topics of this nature are seen as taboo, but evidently WWE believed that there would be appropriate subjects for an interesting YouTube video. To their credit, they were right, as the video obtained over 700,000 views. Number 10, Kiana James. Kiana James was called up to the main roster and then mysteriously disappeared. It was never explained why exactly James had disappeared from the main roster, but it was alleged that James was healing after having breast enhancements. This was supported by the fact that the next time James reappeared on television, fans noticed that she looked, well, a little different. James is yet to confirm if she's had an enhancement on this specific body part, but fans firmly believe that she has indeed had an enhancement of some kind. Number 9, Buff Bagwell. For former WCW star Buff Bagwell, his appearance and physique was absolutely everything to him. Therefore, in the 90s, Bagwell made the bold decision to receive calf implants. Naturally, these make an individual appear to have toned and defined calves, but they can lead to complications. This was unfortunately the case with Bagwell. Bagwell infamously needed to have his implants removed because it cut off circulation to his feet. According to former WCW president Eric Bischoff on his podcast, Bagwell undergoing the treatment led to him being ridiculed backstage in WCW. I remember when it happened, just the ribbing. I mean, I don't know how Dave Meltzer or anybody else hadn't heard about this because the entire roster was laughing and talking about it. It took a long time for Marcus to live that down. A long time. Nobody even tried to hide the fact that they were having a great time at Bagwell's expense by laughing and joking about this. According to Bischoff, Bagwell may have viewed having massive calves as one of the most important parts of his life. I do remember it, the ribbing he took. I can only imagine how he felt coming back. I think the only reason he was able to come back and work his way through it is because he was so vain he didn't care. He probably felt at the time that having massive calves was one of the most important things in his life. Maybe the reason he wore long tights is because he felt insecure about his minuscular calves. I don't know. Bagwell would go on to have a number of health scares over the years and even had to have his leg amputated due to a car accident. Number 8, The Rock. The Rock received widespread praise for opening up regarding his gynecomastia and his decision to undergo surgery. Now, for those unaware, the condition relates to the enlargement of the breast tissue in men, and it can affect one or both of them. The final boss actually underwent surgery in the 2000s, and according to the man himself during an interview with MTV in 2009, it was an aesthetic choice and one he doesn't shy away from admitting. Number 7, Roman Reigns. But when you're a WWE star, your smile is on full display on live television, so it's important for wrestlers to have nice teeth. Some wrestlers opt to get their teeth whitened, while some wrestlers such as Roman Reigns opt to get veneers. Reigns has seemingly had a number of veneers over the years, and when he first debuted the new look in 2020, fans didn't know what to make of the pearly whites, and it led to a few memes online. Number 6, Vince McMahon. These days, former WWE chairman Vince McMahon rarely makes any kind of public appearances. But with that being said, when McMahon was seen on camera in 2025, fans were shocked to learn that McMahon had received some kind of facelift. McMahon looked completely different, and his face had been pulled back as if he was trying to appear much younger. McMahon would also be seen on camera wearing makeup, and some fans theorized that this was to cover up for a botched facelift. When McMahon appeared in a Hulk Hogan documentary in the summer 2025, Jim Ross commented on McMahon's new appearance on his podcast, and he went as far as saying that the former boss looked horrible. I thought he looked horrible. He really did. I thought he looked tired, withdrawn, and very concerned. Look at his eyes. To me, he looked tired and a little frustrated. But the hair thing was one issue that caught my eye. Having his eyebrows colored, another thing that caught my eye. Eyes tell a thick story. Whilst McMahon hasn't confirmed he's had surgery, he's definitely done something over the past 5 years to alter his appearance. I mean, you could just look at a before and after, and you can see the difference quite vividly. Number 5. China. It was no secret that China used plastic surgery to enhance her body throughout her life. In the 90s, while still active in WWE, she had jaw surgery, and this drastically altered how she looked. Despite rumors over the years, her close friend Road Dogg claimed on his podcast that the surgery was her decision and she wasn't influenced by WWE management. Well, it wouldn't have been anybody else. I can't imagine that conversation ever happening, but I'm blind to a lot of stuff that goes on. So I'm not saying it didn't, but I cannot fathom anybody saying that to her because it was just not something that was even thought of by anybody that I knew of because we all just loved her. But China would also have a number of breast implants and one even popped during a physical in-ring encounter with Savio Vega. Number 4. Nikki Bella. And Nikki Bella has spoken quite openly regarding her implants. And in 2025, these implants almost led to Bella suffering a serious injury. During Bella's return to the ring in summer 2025, she was elbowed by Piper Niven in a match on Raw, and her implant moved towards her ribs. Bella would add that the concern for her implants was so severe that she had to spend a day off getting them checked out. Number 3. Charlotte Flair. Several years ago, Charlotte Flair decided to receive implants, and whilst this should be a relatively safe procedure, it led to a major complication. Shortly after winning a match at WrestleMania 34, Flair said she became seriously ill, and a trip to the doctor revealed she was experiencing silicone poisoning from the implant. According to the doctors, the poisoning was one of the worst he's ever seen, and it was so severe that Flair was forced to take time away from WWE programming. Number 2. Stephanie McMahon. Now, in July of 2001, Stephanie McMahon underwent surgery to enhance her breasts. McMahon would then appear on the Opie and Anthony show in August of the same year to confirm that she had undergone the surgery, but that she did note that her implants had become swollen and she was undergoing treatment to prevent further problems. According to the future WWE Hall of Famer, a fan sign mocking her influenced her to get the procedure, and she was finally happy with the way she looked in the mirror. Now, the news relating to McMahon's procedure was so big in the world of wrestling in 2001 that WWE.com delivered an interview with Linda McMahon, where she was asked for her thoughts on her daughter's surgery. Whilst this was rather bizarre even for 2001, she confirmed that she gave McMahon her full support. No, it's okay. My first concerns are always with health issues. Stephanie had thoroughly investigated the procedure, and she had answers to all the questions that I asked. And so I felt comfortable that if that was something that she wanted to do, that she should proceed. She had my full support. When it comes to WWE actively addressing the enhancement on screen, it was mentioned a number of times, including an infamous segment with John Cena on Raw in 2014, which sadly pushed the confines of what a PG product can get away with. However, that wasn't the case with WWE in the early 2000s, as Chris Jericho absolutely roasted her on Raw. And number 1, John Cena. That despite one of the most universally loved pro wrestlers of all time, John Cena was often unfairly belittled for his thinning hair and bald spot. These remarks often went too far as they never took away from Cena's work as a pro wrestler, and some fans were using it as a way to send hate Cena's way. However, for Cena, he decided in 2024 that enough was enough, and he was going to receive a hair transplant. Speaking to People magazine, the WWE great discussed his motivation for the transplant, and this is what he had to say. As I was trying to hide my hair loss, the audience was bringing it to light. I saw their signs that said, "The Bold John Cena." They pushed me into getting to see what my options were. I now have a routine. Red light therapy, minoxidil, vitamins, shampoo, conditioner, and I also got a hair transplant last November. I hate the fact that if there wasn't so much shame around it, I would have gotten it done 10 years ago. I thought I was alone, but 7 or 8 out of 10 men suffer from thinning or baldness. Cena would go on to say that the hair transplant has completely changed his life, which is obviously great to hear. But there you have it, folks. 11 WWE wrestlers who enhanced their body with medical procedures. Be sure to leave your comments down below. I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.